All right, this is going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't really give a shit. The education system is fucked. It's absolutely flawed. It's the worst system known to man. Just a backstory on how it came to be. It's based off the Prussian school system, where their entire goal was to build mindless workers that just followed orders. That's what our education system is built off of. And it's been altered and shifted a little bit by Rockefeller to make people become perfect for working in a factory. So I don't know exactly years, but I think that's around 100 years ago. So you can only imagine how fucked it is now. So now we live in an education system where people are told, myself included, that, hey, you need a college degree. You need to be college educated. But, oh, in this college degree, hey, we don't actually teach you anything you're going to use in the real world. And this college degree does not guarantee you a job. In fact, employers are caring less and less as the years go by. Elon Musk has even said he doesn't give a shit. So you combine all these factors, and they say like, oh, you need to get on LinkedIn, like you need the best network. And it's like, dude, I'm spending how much money, how much time, how much energy? And it's not even worth it if you look at it from a monetary perspective. Because if you had just started, so say college 4 years, you just go with the 4-year program, right? The starting job is like $70K. So let's say you don't go to college and you start at 18. Maybe you start at like a busser or whatever and you work your way up through sales. Well, dude, you think you wouldn't be making more than $70K by the time you get out of college? Or by the time the 4 years is up when you would have gotten out of college, right? You think you wouldn't be at $70K by then? 4 years in sales, and now you have 4 years of sales experience? Dude, and you're not $100K in debt? What are people thinking? Now, full disclosure, I'm a senior in college. I think it's an opportunity cost for me not to drop out, and my parents paid for it. I'm just saying, I've always said this since I was 18. If my parents weren't going to pay for it, I would not fucking be here because it just makes no logical sense. Anyone with 2 cents and a brain could understand that this is not worth it. But the reason I'm actually shooting this video is because I'm a finance major, so I had a really interesting professor who's worked in finance his whole life. He worked for Wells Fargo and some other banks, but was a slave his whole life, essentially. And he's kind of talking about the financial system and how it works. We're talking about '08 right now because that's all they love to talk about. And he kind of brought up, like he is slowly like mentioned that, oh, he's just about done paying off his mortgage. So let me get this straight. I'm taking advice and learning from a person that has spent the last 30 years paying off a mortgage when his entire job is to invest in markets. And I see people every year go from 0 to $1 million. Now I'm supposed to take his perspective on the world and on finance? I mean, it's just a catfish. Like I looked at all these classes and you look at the descriptions of them and it would say like, oh, real estate, you're going to learn about blah, blah, blah. But then you get in the class and you're just sitting there listening to a teacher talk about definitions. And it's like, dude, this shit doesn't matter. I can't think of one time where I was communicating with someone and I was like, oh, he's using an interpersonal communication. Like, dude, you have communication majors that are taking classes where they're not even communicating. What the fuck is even that? All of this combined makes the school system absolutely terrible. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to build Archie, to completely revolutionize education. I'm not selling you anything right now. Right now, the key word there. But I just think there's such a better way to do it. And I'm so passionate about it. It's just so stupid. Like I said, I'm not going to sell you anything, but when I make these courses, I'm going to put in the description, I'm going to put in the title, I'm going to put what's actually in the course. And it's not just going to be definitions. It's going to be practical applications. It's going to be action steps towards improving in that specific field. Because if you're just looking at definitions, when you get into the actual occupation or whatever the fuck you're trying to become, the definitions get thrown out the window. It's like you're trying to sail a ship, and you know what all the technical terms are, you know what the sail are, you know what all this shit. Dude, what happens when the wind picks up and your sail fucking snaps in half? What are you going to do then? Because it will happen. You must be prepared for it. So, experience will always matter more. And I firmly believe that. I'm open to being critiqued, criticized, or a debate on it. But from what I know, college is an absolute scam.